technology, placing orders is probably the biggest thing that comes to mind now that I'm thinking about it. In the past, we used to stand there for an hour waiting on hold or waiting to do third-party verification call. And if the customer didn't have a phone line, you had to have a phone line in the trunk of your car, and you had to go out to your car and bring this raggedy old phone and plug it into the ATM and make a call. And, but I swear those skills taught me to find a way to win.
Now people are using iPads, and we have ways of capturing data the way we couldn't capture it before. But I think we're just getting smarter with how we, I remember when I met Gary the first time, he says, "Hey, what's your biggest complaint?" And I said, "Well, I'm keeping track of all the tracking sheets when a rep works an area. And I give the new rep in that new area, hey, here's all the tracking sheets," but it was worthless to the new rep because it's like, well, I can't understand this person's handwriting, where are they going? What are they doing? And so I said, "Gary, after you work the territory 10 times over, we should be doing warm sales. We should be knocking on the door. We should know them by name." And we just never had that ability until now. So now as we are tracking the information, we're going back multiple times over. We know information about people.
The sales tools have evolved like a crazy amount over the years. I remember one time, we used to have to fax all of our orders every single night to who, I don't even know where they went, to the client. But I remember one night, Nicole Scovegard and Holly Clark were in the office until 11 o'clock at night because our fax machine, you had to enter the phone number and you could only do one at a time. So they had to enter the phone number and it would be like, and then it would go through and then you had to wait for the whole paper. And it was like one of those legal size papers to go all the way through the fax machine. And then it would go all the way through the fax machine. And then once it gave you like a bloop, then they could start the next one. And so they were there probably past 11 o'clock at night, faxing. We did 99 orders that day.
When I started, most of us didn't have cell phones. So when we walk in and talk to customers and go through the sales process, we had to use a landline. We had to call to do a verification. We had to use paper applications. We had to leave them a copy. We had to bring everything back to the office. We had paper leads. We had our big ports with a bunch of applications in there. And today it's much different. Everything's done on tablets. Leads are already established. We know where we've been. Our handwriting doesn't have to be perfect because there's none.